nations with bright constellations in Jupiter. And I've had a lot of minds to think this through. It's wild, I've never noticed ways I'm blue. And I can still come through. Have a little patience, crazy what it can do. Sun sets in an hour, and I can still come through. Sun sets in an hour, and I can still come through. Sunsets in an hour, and I can still come through. Thank you. Because this is kind of a weird one, normally this song I sing, and I make people sing along to it. This is early in the night. Do you guys feel like singing along already, or are you
Yes.
Yes? Okay, I'm gonna teach you a song then, because I expect in this crowd maybe 2 people know this song. I'm looking straight at the person that I know needs this song. No pressure. You're carrying the whole group, just so you know. Okay. The song's called Whatever. The lyrics go, worst comes to worst, whatever. Can I hear you guys say that once? Worst comes to worst, whatever. Yeah. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Can you guys say that with me? Worst comes to worst, whatever. We're gonna say it one more time. Worst comes to worst, whatever. The third time. Worst comes to worst, whatever. You guys sound great. Let's do this one more time. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Okay. I trust you guys to join along. This is to warm you up for the end bit. Also take it, you guys are going to do so much more at the end, so please take this opportunity to warm yourselves up, okay? This is called Whatever. I just like calling people on the phone and never get their tour saying, I hope I get to see you soon when they don't mean it. And I dial anyway, it's just another day. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Best case scenario, nothing matters. Might as well try whatever we got. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Comes to worst, whatever. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Best case scenario, nothing matters. Might as well try whatever we got. I have been blatantly unaware of how much despair I waved. I never meant to cry so much in my life. I feel pools, I feel ocean. It's been like this forever. I'm barely held together. It's been like this forever. Best case scenario, nothing matters. Might as well try whatever. Okay, this is your time, guys. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Best case scenario, nothing matters. Might as well try whatever we buy. flying too far from those who hurt me. And if I work on what I carry, I feel inadequate, I start to worry. Back to whatever. It's been like this forever. I'm barely held together. It's been like this forever. The one bedroom studio and nothing matters. Might as well try whatever I get by. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Best case scenario, nothing matters. Might as well try whatever I get by. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Best case scenario, nothing matters. Might as well try whatever I get by. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Worst comes to worst, whatever. Best case scenario, nothing matters. Might as well try whatever I get by. Thank you for singing along. This is so DIY that I changed my own keyboard during the set. Okay. Recording, not nothing. Okay. Thank you so much for letting me take you through this kind of deconstruction of the songs I normally play in totally different settings. Next up, I have a piece called I Remembered I Was a Creature of Water. I do a lot of work on artificial intelligence in music and ethics specifically, and I had this poem sitting in a drawer that was just all about connection to the water. And I had this conversation with a colleague where I was trying to explain to them how important environmental concerns were when you're working with new technologies. And from this conversation, I realized that there was no better place for this poem to live than inside a piece that kind of tries to pull apart these concepts. So I'm using timbral transfer in this piece, which basically maps the sound of water, trained on a large data set of water sounds that are freely available out there, onto my voice as it's slowly turning into something different. I'm going to read you a little bit of this poem, and I'm also going to check that everything is right before we start. 1 second. Just want to double check that the sound is working, and then I'll start. Yes, but no. Wonderful. 1 second. It was pitched down 100%, so hence that. Should be fine now. Okay. I remembered I was a creature of water, slow-moving gills filtering out bubbles. I used to house a living thing, like a barnacle shell. Blubbery mush holding stretched out tentacle hell from inside the walls of rubbles ruined by the millionth tide washing over. I remembered I was a creature of seaweed, greenish, greyish, blue marine, rambunctiously sticking to pebbles, dreaming of a tall rock I could dry upon, slowly shrinking into thin, crackly cables until I am made of rope by the sun, tight and knotted, bluish sheen, here I am, mother and seed. I remembered I was a creature of white foam, piling up on the shore as I licked toes, slurped on fallen ice cream cones, waffled, dissolving into the bouncing sand, piling atop of children pretending to be stones or mermaids dug in glassland, fine bikinis and bows etched in beige silver chrome. I remembered I was a creature of water, slow moving. I remembered I was a creature of water,
slow-moving girls filtering out bubbles. I used to house a living thing like a barnacle shell, blubbery mush holding stretched out tentacle hell from inside the walls of rubbles ruined by the millions died washing over. I remembered I was a creature of seaweed, greenish, greyish, plumarine, rambunctiously sticking to pebbles, dreaming of a tall rock I could dry upon, slowly shrinking into thin, crackly cables until I am made a rope by the sun, tight and knotted, bluish sheen, here I am, mother and sea. I remembered I was a creature of white foam, piling up on the shore as I licked toes, sloughed on swollen ice cream cones, waffle dissolving into the bouncing sand, filing atop of children pretending to be stones like mermaids dug in glassland, fine bikinis and bows etched in beige silver chrome. I remembered I was a creature of water, slow-moving girls filtering out bubbles. I used to house a living thing like a barnacle shell, blubbery mush holding stretched out tentacle hell. Greenish, greyish, blind, rambunctiously sticking to pebbles, dreaming of a tall rock I could dry upon, slowly shrinking into thin, crackly cables until I am made a rope by the sun, tight and knotted, bluish sheen, here I am, mother and sea. I remembered I was a creature of white foam, piling up on the shore and licked toes, stuffed on swollen ice cream cones, waffle dissolving into the bouncing sand, filing atop of children pretending to be stones on mermaids dug in glassland, fine bikinis and bows etched in beige silver chrome. I remembered I was a creature of water, slow-moving girls filtering out bubbles. I used to house a living thing like a barnacle shell, blubbery bush holding stretched out into the hell. I remembered I was a creature of seaweed, greenish, greyish, green, rambunctiously sticking to pebbles, dreaming of a tall rock I could dry upon. I was a creature shrinking into thin, crackly cables until I am made a rope by the sun, tight and knotted, bluish sheen, here I am, mother and sea. I was a creature of white foam, piling up on the shore like toes, stuffed on swollen ice cream cones, waffle dissolving into the bouncing sand.
I don't know. I really want to say heart of noise. Are you ready to party? I don't know. Sorry, we're gonna try this. Heart of noise. Are you ready to party?
We always party.
Exactly, and always be doing audience interaction so I can sample your lovely, lovely voice into something kind of funky. Okay. So I'm gonna need to do a couple of test recordings just to make sure that I can actually get the sound of you guys doing sounds. Who here has been at choir practice before? You might recognize some of those. Could I get a... Does anyone have a favorite key that they want to stay in? I'll take audience requests.
F sharp.
F sharp, great, thank you.
Oh wow.
I don't know why, Could I get a lovely at any octave that you want? I'm gonna keep that going for a second. Great, you guys can stop because I'm not getting anything. One second. Woo!
That's part of the party.
That is part of it, and it's just going to take 1 second. I'm going to basically do the thing that technical people do where they relaunch the program and hope for the best. You know, right? Crazy. The technique refined for years.
Have you tried to turn it on?
Yes. Okay. I'm going to... You were in front of the mic, mister. Please, could you tap on it a couple of times?
1 1 1.
Okay, I'm getting
1 1 1.
Test.
No,
Test,
I'm
test, test.
getting 0.
We have to move around it.
And it's surprising because it worked at soundcheck, but that's how all things happen. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes! Woo! Woo! Apparently the wire just needed to be shaken a little bit. Again, science. Okay, we're gonna try this again. You have your notes. Great, I guess I'm doing. Great, thank you. I'm just gonna double check that I have your sound before we start doing some samples. 1 second. Do not be alarmed, you might hear yourself. Oh no. I know, right? The thing about feedback that I can only push it to so high. Yeah, don't worry. I won it. No one's gonna die tonight. Okay. We'll do that. And I'll turn off I'll record you guys and I'll turn off the microphone and then I'll play some stuff. We're gonna do it that way so that no one comes deaf this evening. Okay, so this was a lovely note. Could I have it one more time with all you've got on an ah? Do you want to be major? Great job. Could we do another but closed mouth, kind of like you're humming something good? I'm expecting especially things from people who have no voices. Yours sounds so good. I should really not be speaking while I'm recording because in the sampler it's just going to be me saying, you guys sound so good. Okay, I don't know if you've ever done this exercise, but because this is Heart of Noise, we're going to make noisy things. In your mind, could you pick whether you're saying ah, or oh, or what's up, or hey, I don't care what you're saying, and your own note, feel it with yourself,
and you guys are just gonna all do your different notes at the same time. We want noisy and we want atonal madness, okay? So stick to your guts, go for yourself, and try and hold whatever you're doing for about 8 of those. I'll be counting, okay? Pick your notes. Have you decided? Okay, great. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then everyone goes for the note, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. We do that again, but you listen to the neighbors and you just go one step towards them. Either way, whether that's vowels or whatever, we're trying to create community. You guys are with each other. So from that exact sound that you just made, just like take a step towards your neighbor. In terms of sound, right? You don't have to actually get this. We're doing the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Metal people in the front row.
People in the front row. Well, I mean,
black metal people in the front row. They're joining the football.
I really appreciate it. Does anyone have any specific vocal talent that they want to like record and put in this specifically? We're talking vocal fry, big shout, anything like this that's kind of weird. I'll take volunteers, or I'll just move on. 3. Do you want to come laugh into the microphone? Okay. I don't want to put you on the spot either. You have a very lovely life.
I'm just going to keep laughing and you have to capture it.
Okay.
You actually go one.
Actually, yeah, go one, so it's great. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to assume we have everything, but we might also not. This is still interactive and this is still about you. So if you feel like singing along while it's happening, or if you want to come up with a melody, or if you want to do anything, if you want to, I might sing on top of this, I might also not. Depends how it sounds. It's kind of like very dependent on what we just recorded. So we'll see, basically. But this is very interactive, and I don't expect silence. If you want to do anything, please feel free to. I'm just going to double check about the buzz and make sure that this doesn't feedback in your ears in a really nasty way. It's you!
We can continue to sing.
Yeah, you sound so nice. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. Sometimes the program just decides. Yes, my bad. Let's do this again. orcs in the Lord of the Rings, and I loved it. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I have some merch if you're interested. I have some CDs that are more in that jazz poppy stuff. You can find me anywhere online, and I have some little pin badges as merch of a little ghost playing the bass. And if you're interested in any of the tools and weird stuff that I've used to make the weirder things of this set, please chat with me afterwards. I want to talk to everyone all the time for too long. So thank you so much, guys. Yeah.